so don't tell them that I told you this, but people still do it, okay? Like, if you're scared money don't make money, so you just gotta try it. Either you're gonna do it, get caught, and just stop, or you're gonna do it, not get caught, and make a whole lot of money. Hey hustle babes, I'm Chanel the Brand Hustler, and this is a channel for all of my hustle babes who are interested in gaining insight on the entrepreneurial journey while learning essential marketing and business tips for their brand. If that sounds like you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the Hustle Babe community. In today's video, we are talking all about hustling, y'all. I am going to share with you 15 side hustle ideas that you can do with little to no money. Before I get into the video though, I just want to say like a quick disclaimer that this video is in no way, shape, or form to make me seem like I'm better than anybody else, because your girl got a couple side hustles actually, and before I even had my main hustle, which is the Brand Hustler, I used side hustles to fund it. Okay, so you may be in a position where you're working a 9-to-5 or overnight job, and that is your main source of income, but it may not be enough for you to use that income to then fund your actual dream business. You may find yourself needing more, and you can get what you need from a side hustle, y'all. Or you may be at a spot where you have a full-time business and maybe you want to develop multiple streams of revenue. Well, starting a side hustle can actually then later on develop into one of your main sources of income, and then you repeat the process. So studies show that the average millionaire actually has about 7 streams of income, and the way that they do that is they have a main hustle, they start something on the side, maybe with their friends because they're at a bar or golfing or whatever, and they come up with an idea and they start it as a hobby. It blooms into something that they would have never imagined, and then that then takes a main income kind of like precedence over other hustles that they're doing, and then they repeat the process, and that's how they're able to develop 7 streams of income. That's not to say that you have to stop at 7 streams. You can very much have 10, 12, 15, whatever amount of streams of income that you want, but just know that you cannot possibly start 7 whole fully ballooned businesses at the same time by yourself. You are going to need to have one kind of be on the side right now, develop this one so that it could kind of be on autopilot and grow your team and all that stuff, and then be able to, you know, flip the switch and grow the next one. Okay, so that's just to show you like why you may need a side hustle. Like it can honestly do a lot for you, and maybe you don't care about starting a business, or maybe you have enough money to do that and you may just want something to do for fun, or you may just want a side hustle to maybe fund like your vacation fund or save up for your kids' college fund. Whatever it may be, just know that this list is going to help. And for full transparency purposes, I am going to share with you which of these side hustles I've actually tried, and I'll even tell you which one of these side hustles I am currently doing right now. But before we get into the video, I have a very special announcement that I have to share with you, so let's go ahead and roll that clip. The E-Hustle Club is an impactful group filled with ambitious women who are serious about growing their business and expanding their brands. Each and every month, we host new classes on branding, marketing, and entrepreneurship. We also have guest speakers who visit us, a dashboard filled with bonus resources, chances to win prizes, and much more. If you're interested in a group that unites resources and accountability to propel your business growth, then join the E-Hustle Club today and get your first month for only $15. Just click the link in the description box and use the code YouTube. Are y'all ready to hear these 15 side hustles? If you're ready to hear these 15 side hustles, do me a favor, comment down below right now how many streams of income you currently have. Like, do you currently have a side hustle, and what is it? Go ahead and promote yourself in the comments. Like, what's your side hustle? What's your main hustle? Let us know. I love to see the hustle babes doing what they do best, which is hustling. Okay, so make sure you comment down below and let me know what your side hustles currently are. Now, this list is going to have a bunch of stuff that require either skill or talent. Now, you can be born with this skill or this talent, or you can learn this skill or talent. Either way, as long as you have a talent or a skill that you're willing to do for others, you pretty much will always have a way to make money, which means you probably should never be broke, right? So that is the exciting part of learning about all of these hustles. Now, let's go ahead and get into this list. Number one is you can sell on a marketplace like Etsy or Amazon. So Etsy marketplace is actually a place where people can go on there and sell like handmade goods. People now sell digital content, so they'll sell you like Instagram templates or business card templates and stationery and all of these little cute things. Etsy also has like custom necklaces, so like my name necklace you can find on Etsy. I actually have a shop where I sell these name necklaces, and that's one of my side hustles. But I actually put my store on pause over the past few months while I was working on some engagement party stuff, but your girl is going to go ahead and press play on that come January, and I'm going to get back to actually shipping those orders out. But nonetheless, you can create an Etsy shop and pretty much sell anything that is handmade, even if technically you didn't hand make it by yourself. Now don't tell Etsy that I told you that, okay? You can also sell on Amazon Marketplace. So a lot of us shop on Amazon. Like I just bought something from Amazon like yesterday, and I actually need to order something from Amazon again today. I believe that the stand that my camera came from Amazon. Something over here came from, like, point is, I shop on Amazon a lot. So if you shop on Amazon, you already know that it is a marketplace that is filled with every single thing you can imagine. Anything you can think of, Amazon has it. And the reason why is because Amazon is literally a place where sellers can just come and sell their stuff, and it is so large, and they do such a good job at marketing that you pretty much don't really need to market yourself. Like as long as you have the right keywords for your listing, for your product, you will get that traction by being on Amazon. The same thing goes for Etsy, and both of those platforms also offer the opportunity for you to kind of have a paid traffic ad running where you set a certain budget and they'll kind of increase the traffic flow that comes to your site. If people love your product, they're gonna go ahead and buy it. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, number two is TaskRabbit. So TaskRabbit is a website and an app that you can sign up for to do simple tasks like maybe install people's light bulbs or mount a TV or help someone move boxes or put together a couch. Like TaskRabbit is basically a place where people come on there and they ask for help for little things that they can't necessarily do themselves. So you'll see like a bunch of like older people, or you'll see like maybe a lot of females, or even, you know, males. Sometimes if a project is too big, they may put their project on TaskRabbit looking for help and assistance with that project. And so when you go on TaskRabbit, pretty much the person is able to set their rate for you, but people can make literally like up to like $45 or $50 an hour on TaskRabbit for something as simple as helping them move a couch. Like it is insane. So definitely check that app out. It's called TaskRabbit. Okay, number three is going to be food and grocery delivery. So if you've heard of Uber Eats, comment below. If you actually utilize DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates a lot, comment down below right now. Just confess to being an avid food delivery user, okay? And so if you're an avid food delivery user, obviously somebody has to deliver your food. So it's time for us to put our pride aside. If you need some coin, get in your car and deliver some of these people's meals, okay? Because right now, the whole thing with coronavirus and people not wanting to go outside and da-da-da-da-da, literally they are in need of drivers because supply and demand is not adding up, okay? So if you have the ability to drive, you have some free time, definitely go ahead and explore the art of being a food delivery driver. And then you can also do groceries. Groceries personally is, I don't want to say my favorite, but it's like I like it better than actually doing food delivery because I love to grocery shop and I love to cook. So I'd be guessing as I'm shopping for people's groceries. I'll guess like what they're making and all that stuff, and I just enjoy it. And so you can do grocery delivery through like Instacart or Shipt. I believe Uber recently launched like their grocery delivery service, and so it's definitely something that is worth checking out. It is not something that I'm currently doing right now. Like I did Uber Eats and Postmates and DoorDash before, but that was maybe, I can't remember what year that was a couple years ago. But I have done grocery delivery more recently, and when coronavirus started, y'all, because I still have access to the app and I'm still in the Facebook groups, these people were literally cashing out like 1,000 a day. Like it was insane because there were so many orders, and on top of that they were paying what's called promos for doing the order. Insane. Like people would literally get out there and shop for like 2 days and be like, all right, I'm good. If I don't get unemployment, I'm good for the next, you know, month or so, because I went out here and I made X amount of $1,000 and I'm good. So the point of the matter is, definitely check out food and delivery services and kind of put your pride aside. I mean, I did it as a way for me to make money on the side while I had my 9 to 5, because my 9 to 5 was not cutting it, y'all. When I tell y'all I had a couple side hustles, I had a couple. Like I did a lot, okay? And don't let me tell you how many jobs I had when I was in college. I had a lot, okay? A lot. So never be too prideful to actually do something that is actually investing in your future, because people can laugh at you all they want, but you're the one making that coin and putting it in your purse, putting it in your bank account, and investing in your business. And when your business ends up being this big old monumental lavish business, the same people that were laughing are going to be looking at you asking you, how did you do it? Okay, so don't be ashamed to do some food and delivery. Okay, now number 4 is probably maybe my favorite on this list, and it is YouTube. So YouTube is not for everybody, so let me just put that out there. It's not for everybody, but if you have the personality, if you have the mindset, and you have kind of like something to show people or something that you can entertain people with, then definitely pick up a camera and try out YouTube. Okay, you can literally do things like comedy sketches, or you can have like how-tos. If you are a super duper bomb makeup artist, you can show people how to do makeup. If you know something, maybe you know finances, maybe you know a lot about investing, maybe you know a lot about business, you can definitely start a YouTube channel and start teaching people different topics. I mean, right here I do it. Thank you. But YouTube is definitely something that can bring in some serious coin for you. At the beginning it may be slow. Everybody's growth really does differ, and that's because of a multitude of reasons, which I actually discussed on one of my past videos when I did my Tube Hustle series. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that playlist somewhere up here so that you could check that out if you are interested in YouTube. I do tell you how to start a YouTube. I break down how the whole money aspect works and how to get monetized, etc., etc. But the point is, once you actually start making money on YouTube, it's kind of like a snowball effect as long as you keep up with the content and the consistency. Okay, so don't believe when people say you need to have like 100,000 followers, I mean subscribers, to actually make money. You don't. You have to meet the minimum amount of requirements, and the subscriber count for that is 1,000, and then you have the watch hours. Once you meet that, you pretty much can become monetized, and you apply for it and they'll accept you or whatever. And once they accept you, you actually start making money. So I received my first YouTube check literally 2 or 3 weeks after I got monetized. It wasn't for that much, but it was for a lot more than other people get. And currently I rack in a good amount on YouTube, and it's only going to go up because I'm going to continue to grow and my consistency is going to be better. Jesus. Whew. All right, so definitely check out making a YouTube channel if you're interested in that. Number 5, which is kind of related to YouTube, but not really, because you don't need a YouTube to do this, but it helps if you have a YouTube, and that is affiliate marketing. So what affiliate marketing is, it's when you have like your own code or your own link to a particular brand, and you basically recommend that brand to others. Once somebody clicks your link, you make a percentage, or you make a certain amount off of each click. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you probably have realized that I am a Canva Pro affiliate, right? And so that means every time you click my link, for Canva and you sign up, I actually make a percentage of that. So if you haven't decided to create a Canva Pro account and you want to do it, make sure you open the description box and click the link in that for Canva so that you can help your girl out, okay? And give me a percentage of that sale. But no, most importantly, honestly, I just like helping you guys out with your business and all that stuff. So a way of kind of like thanking me is by just signing up with my link. It's no harm to you. But anyway, affiliate links are literally that easy. So I am actually a part of a couple of affiliate programs, and I also partner with a couple of different brands. So doing all of that does bring in some residual income for me. So that is a current side hustle that I have right now, because like I'm a Klaviyo partner, I'm a Shopify partner, a Canva Pro affiliate, I'm a ShipStation affiliate, and I am something else right now, and I'm a Wix partner. Like, I'm a whole lot, and I'm only gonna keep racking them up. But the point of the matter is anybody could click my link, they could sign up, and I make money off of it, okay? And so it's as easy as that. You don't need a YouTube channel to do that. If you have a strong Instagram presence, you can do that. If you have a lot of friends, or you go to a lot of networking events or anything like that, you can literally do something like this and make money off of it, okay? That's it, for just saying how good the service is. Like, nothing that I actually promote is bad, okay? So everything that I promote, I believe in. So that's also what makes affiliate marketing so easy, is if you actually sign up for brands you already believe in, it's gonna be easy peasy. So Target, if you're watching this, I shop at Target literally a lot, and I recently applied. So please accept your girl, because everything is from Target, to be completely honest. And it is a shame. These shelves right here are from Target. Like everything, almost everything in my office is from Target. So I need Target to go ahead and look at the application and accept your girl. Thank you. All right. Number 6 is investing. So whether you want to invest in Forex or whether you want to invest in stocks, whatever the case may be, this is a great source of income, because you're literally just sitting back and letting money do whatever it needs to do, and you're making money off of it. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form a professional when it comes to investing, so definitely consult with one if you're interested. Consult a Forex professional, or consult a person who is a professional with investing in stocks. I do know that once the whole coronavirus thing happened, the market was going crazy, and a lot of people were able to win a lot of money off of those trades, and some people are just investing long term and holding. So whatever your strategy may be, or whatever market you want to invest in, it's definitely a great opportunity for you to have another source of income. Number 7 is you can become a makeup artist or a hairstylist. And so if you already have the natural talent, you beat your face to the gods every single day. Maybe you're the person who always does your friend's makeup or your friend's hair. Maybe it's time you actually take it serious and start to charge people for your services. Because 9 times out of 10, if your friends are all hitting you up already asking you to beat their face, you have a talent, boo, and you need to go ahead and monetize that, okay? The thing is, hairstylists and makeup artists will never, I don't think they will ever go out of style. Like, people will be on their last dime and still spend money to get their hair done. It's kind of ridiculous, but I mean, they do it. And the reason why is because a lot of people care about their appearance, right? So if you feel good, you look good. And just because you're running out of money doesn't mean that you want people to see that. You know what I'm saying? On the outside. So I kind of understand it. But the point is, people are always going to invest in how they look. So if you know how to slay hair or beat a face, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and start charging for it, okay? And if you feel like you're not ready to go out and charge strangers and you want to brush up on your technique, there are many other makeup artists and hairstylists that are out there right now that are teaching classes. And I know that coronavirus is a real thing, and I'm trying to make this list coronavirus friendly, but when it comes to makeup and hair, it's kind of a tricky subject. I know that a lot of makeup artists and hairstylists, they'll require you to wear a mask, and they'll stay, like, you know, as much as a distance from you as possible and things like that. So just be careful if you do decide to do this. I don't want you to go out there and do this and then catch coronavirus and blame me because I told you you need to take your side hustle seriously. please make sure that you're protecting yourself, okay? And this actually leads me into number 8, okay? So number 8 is all of the other beauty services outside of just makeup and hair. So this goes for people who know how to do lashes, people who want or know how to do microblading, if you know how to do dermaplaning, or you know how to give waxes or whatever, right? This is definitely a side hustle. Like, it's time to step outside of your friendship circle, step outside of your family, and start charging some people to do this for them. This goes hand in hand with what I just said. People are gonna pay to make sure they look their best. It doesn't matter if they're on their last dollar or not. So that means this is a very profitable side hustle. Unfortunately, this is not one that I can say how much, you know, I've made from it, because I haven't done it. But I can tell you I can tell you that to do lashes, like, I've seen prices anywhere from $150 all the way up to $500. To do your hair, I've seen prices from, once again, $150 all the way up to $1,200. It is insane how much you can actually charge for beauty services, okay? So definitely get out there. If you already have this skill set, go ahead and do it. And if you don't, maybe you should invest in a class so that you can learn how to do this, and then you'll be able to charge other people to perform this service on them. Which then leads me into number 9. So if you are already a makeup artist, or you're a hairstylist, or you're another beauty professional, and you're trying to have a side hustle for that, definitely start doing classes. So once again, coronavirus made everybody think virtual, okay? So you can literally have virtual classes. There are things like Zoom, there's things like Webinar Jam, and all of these other video calling softwares that allow for you to have classes or even one-on-one sessions virtually. So definitely start teaching your skill set to others. Like, people are willing to learn from you as long as you're willing to teach them. You can charge $500, $1,000, whatever amount that you feel like matches up with your expertise. You can charge that to teach people how they can get to the bag as well by learning the skill that you've already perfected. There are a lot of other people out there that are already doing this. If you know a bomb makeup artist or hairstylist or esthetician in your area, you probably already realize that they've already started teaching classes. A lot of them do in-person classes, but like I said, coronavirus, you can do virtual classes. But if you're comfortable with doing in-person, definitely do that. Start selling some tickets and have yourself some classes, because it could bring in a lot of money, okay? And for me, I have classes online right now, not in the beauty industry, but in the branding and marketing world, and I don't charge nowhere near as much as the beauty experts charge for their classes. And I can tell you that my classes still bring in a good amount of money for me. So imagine if you're charging $500 to teach somebody how to do microblading, right? You're charging $500, and maybe you have a class like once a month, and your goal is to get 20 people or something to sign up. That is literally $10,000 every single month from teaching one class to 20 people every single month. Insane, okay? Insane. And before we get into number 10, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, what exactly are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the Hustle Babe community. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking the side hustle ideas that I'm dropping so far, because they're only going to get better for the remainder of the list, okay? Comment below if you're still with me too. Let me do a quick little check-in. Who's still with me? Who's still with me? Drop it down below, and make sure you subscribe. Do not continue to watch this video until you subscribe, okay? Subscribe right now. Hit the subscribe button. Now let's get into number 10. So number 10 is writing essays. So did you know that you can get paid for writing essays for college students, high school students, people in general? You can get paid for it. This is something that I contemplated doing when I was in college. I was always known to be like a good writer, and so I was like, maybe I should write for people and get paid for it. But then I was like, I'm might be a good writer, but I actually don't like writing, so I just threw that idea in the trash. But if you're someone who loves to write, right, and you do a great job at writing, think about writing essays or some cash, right? So there are a multitude of websites that provide the platform for you to pitch your services to people, or to see a list of gigs and then offer to do the writing for them. There's one called I Write Essays. I believe there's one called essayservice.com, but you can literally just go to google.com and type in write essays to get paid, or get paid to write essays, and you'll see a bunch of websites pop up. And that is an easy bag, y'all, because people will charge like $100 for like a 3-page essay, or like $300 for like a 6-page essay. Like, it's insane what you can make. So imagine if you like set out to maybe write 5 essays a week and you're charging $300 for each essay. That's $1,500 every single week, and that is $6,000 for the month. Like, that is a salary once you multiply that by the 12 months of the year. That is a salary. So you see how side hustles can develop to be such a great source of income. Like, it is insane, okay? Now, number 11 is you can do a house cleaning service, or like a house organization service. You can start this, or you can you know, list it on a website like Thumbtack. You can offer your services on there, or like on Craigslist, or you could just develop your own business on the side as well to do like some cleaning. So maybe you want to clean once a week, or only on weekends, or organize only on weekends. That's something that you can set your schedule to be, and that way it's like a side hustle and doesn't take too much of your time. Because I know that there are people who clean as kind of like their therapy, like it's very therapeutic for them, or they organize and it's like second nature and it's fun to them. I'm not one of those people. So I definitely appreciate the people who are like that. And if you are like that, you love to clean, you love to kind of organize and tidy up, comment down below and let me know, because maybe you can help me out. But on a serious note though, you can definitely turn that into a side hustle, because people are willing to pay you to organize their life. There are some people who are super busy, like surgeons, or people who have to travel for work, or people who have a lot of kids, or a newborn child or something, and they really could use the help of having someone organize or clean for them. And so that's something that you can definitely do if you love to do it and if you do it well. Number 12 is you can start a photography business, okay? And y'all, people always take photos. Like, even throughout coronavirus, people were taking photos and having photo shoots for fun. Like, I was like, but you're not going anywhere. But I guess it was just the fact that they wanted to dress up and do something because they couldn't go outside. But photography is something that will never get old either, especially when you have major life events like graduation, proposals, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and all this stuff. Photography is not going anywhere, okay? You almost always need a photographer. And so personally, I think I've used a photographer like 10 times this year so far, maybe even more than that, throughout all the things that I've done and all the events I've hosted, all the life events that have happened. So if you are somebody who you love to be behind the camera, you know a lot about cameras, maybe start to play up on the fact that you could be a photographer, or you can always learn about camera settings and things like that. Like, I have a friend who he decided he wanted to do photography, and he just invested himself to start watching YouTube videos. He invested in getting mentored by other professional photographers and learning different things about lighting and different cameras, and he was able to develop his skill set to become, you know, a full out like photography service business. And he actually took my business photos earlier this year, pre-COVID. He took my photos, which I'll pop some up on the screen right here so that you can see. So if you've seen any of these photos, he's the one who actually took them, and he is on his way to being like one of the greats, okay? Like, he's already bomb, but he's on his way to being one of the greats. And this is something that he picked up only, like, I want to say it was like a year and a half, or yeah, like a year and a half ago or something like that. So he is really good at it, and you can be too. You just have to actually take the step and do it. And you can definitely get people to book your services by using some place like Thumbtack. Thumbtack is a website where you can just advertise and post your services, and people go on there and they kind of ask for services in a certain zip code, and then it'll come to you and you can accept it and pitch like a price to them and talk to them about, you know, more about their event, etc., to then actually start working with them. So you don't even need to create like a full out website or anything like that. You can literally just create a Thumbtack. But you can also create a website if you want to go above and beyond and have your own photography website. Number 13 is you can be a bartender or a waitress. And so I know that being a bartender and a waitress means that you're technically on somebody else's payroll, but what I want you to think about is I want you to think of every guest that you are helping at that table. Think about them as your own customer, right? This is a little bit easier to do when you're a bartender because you get to see those regulars who tip you a certain amount all the time, and so it's easier to do with bartending, but it's also doable with waitressing as well, okay? So pretty much the reason why I have this on the side hustle list is because you can do this for 10 hours a week. You can do this for 5 hours a week if you wanted to, or you could do it for 25, 30 hours a week. It's honestly dependent upon you. Pretty much the restaurant industry is super flexible when it comes to who they hire and what hours they have to work. I've seen people walk in and walk out same day with a job, okay, at a restaurant, just like that. And there's sometimes people who get hired to be like a bartender or a waitress with absolutely no experience. Now, if you're like me, you love to be the best at everything you do. So they are schools, virtual schools and in-person bartending schools that will teach you how to bartend and give you your license, and that will give you the upper hand when you actually go to apply to these restaurants. But sometimes restaurants will hire you, like I said, without any experience because they'll just teach you everything that you need to know after you actually get hired. Now, I am going to give you my main rule when it comes to actually applying to a restaurant, because personally I've been a server. I haven't been a bartender yet. I actually want to go to bartending school just to learn and to do gigs for like family members and things like that, which is something you can actually do. Like you can get your bartending license and bartend at family events or extended family events and just make a little bit of extra coin that way and not have to be on somebody's payroll. Or you can use Thumbtack, like I said, for the photography business and offer your bartending services on Thumbtack and get hired by strangers on occasion for their events. So either which way you want to do it, it still works. But if you are looking to be in the restaurant industry with bartending or waitressing, my one main rule is pick your restaurants wisely, okay? And so I always tell people that you want to pick a restaurant that is popping. Okay, it has to be popping. If you are picking a restaurant that barely anybody comes to, your check is going to resemble that. All right, so you want to pick something that is popping, even if it just, I'm not saying it has to have like lines outside the door, but at least a constant flow of traffic where you know you at least have 2 tables every hour, or you at least have a certain amount of customers every hour while you're bartending. Another tip to picking the right restaurant is you want to kind of pick a restaurant that has more expensive things on the menu, okay? So definitely start off with your more expensive restaurants and then work your way down if you start getting denied, okay? But the reason why you want to target those restaurants who have a higher menu item is because the more that people spend on the food, the higher the percentage is when it comes down to breaking down the tip. So if you've ever been to like a 5-star steakhouse and you've paid maybe like $200 for your meal, you know that 10% of $200 is $20 and 20% of $200 is $40. So if you're spending that on one meal, imagine if you went in there with your boo thing and y'all spent $400 and you tip the person 20%, they've made $80 off of your table, and they've probably had about 5 tables all at once. So do the math. 80 times 5 is, I believe, $400. So they've made $400 in the span of maybe an hour and a half. Insane, okay? Especially counting and factoring in Especially factoring in the number of hours that you actually would work at a restaurant, and the amount of hours you're gonna work in a day. The amount of money that you can make is insane. When I was a waitress back in college, I was able to pay everything off of that waitressing job. I was able to pay my rent. I was able to pay for cable and internet, and mind you, I was staying by myself in a 2-bedroom apartment by myself, no roommates. I was able to pay for that, gas, take trips, buy clothes, do all that, okay, based off of me having a waitressing job and one other side hustle, which I'm about to roll into right now. So number 14 is also one of my favorites, and it is Airbnb. So you just heard that I said while I was in college I was a waitress, and I also did another side hustle, and that side hustle was actually Airbnb. So one of the reasons I got my own tutu in college was because I was sick of roommates, to be completely honest. Completely sick of them. And I never actually stayed on college campus. I only stayed on college campus for like what, a month and a half or 2 months for a summer semester, and then I was like, look, I don't want to stay here anymore. And so I moved off, and then I was staying in college kind of like apartments with roommate matching and all that stuff. And then after a while I got sick of it. Every roommate that I had, I was sick of sharing my space, and so I got a tutu. And so that's one of the reasons I got a tutu. But another reason I got a tutu is because I saw the potential earning opportunity, and that was through Airbnb. So when I was in college, Airbnb was something that was kind of still new, and people were kind of still like about, but I'm a risk taker, so I read up on it. I watched a couple videos on it, and I literally like text or either called my mom and told her, hey, I'm gonna do Airbnb, I'm gonna go get this, that, set up my house like a little mini hotel. I told my boyfriend at the time, who was not my fiance, hey, we got to do this. We went to the store, we bought decor, we did all this stuff, and we made it happen. Okay, so what I would do is I would rent out my whole entire apartment, and then I would go spend the night at like my friend's house, so that way I wasn't actually in the same space as that person. Now there are some people who feel comfortable with renting out a room or renting out their guest house while they're still there. I'm not gonna do that. I need to be out of your like area. I don't want to do that. So I just go ahead and kind of remove myself out the equation. So I made sure like all of my belongings were locked up. Like I said, I decorated, I had it set up real nice, like a little mini hotel, and they literally had a tutu. And when I tell y'all, like, that alone, I was able to rent it out for maybe like a week out the month and make more than what it was for my rent. And at the time my rent was like $800. The fact that I was able to rent it out for like a week, not even, but like one stay or 1.5 stays and make that amount of money was insane. And I was in Gainesville, and in Gainesville, it's not like the most popular city in the world, but what it does have is it does have football, basketball, and a great research program. So there were always graduate students flying from overseas to stay there. There were always families coming in town for either football games, basketball games, or graduations. And so having that apartment where they can have a bunch of people in there, because it was a tutu, and I had a, you know, a little living room area and a little blow up bed like little situation, it was the bomb.com. And I made serious coin from having that Airbnb. So if you are interested in a side hustle like that, definitely think about where you can rent out. Maybe you have a spot right now and you have like a friend or a boyfriend or family member that you can stay with when it does rent out. And so you can literally set up your schedule on Airbnb, and you can set up the max amount of bookings you want. So let's say you only want to allow 2 bookings a month, or you only want to allow yourself to be booked out for 10 days out the month because you don't feel comfortable staying with somebody else more than 10 days. You can go ahead and set that up. You can also block it off where you can only offer weekends. And so maybe every weekend you're spending, you know, some time with a cousin or with your friend or something like that, and then throughout the week you're actually staying at your house. Whichever way you want to do it, Airbnb is definitely that bag. And if you don't have a place that you can rent out, or you don't want to continuously have to lock up your stuff and leave and do all that extra stuff, you can look into getting another place that would be strictly for Airbnb. So maybe you can partner up with somebody and you guys can get another place together, and then you guys can dress it up, decorate it, furnish it, all that stuff, and rent that out for Airbnb. A lot of people, believe it or not, will will lease another place, not buy it, so not paying a mortgage, but they will lease another place, an apartment or a condo or something like that, and they will rent that out on Airbnb, right? Technically, some leases don't allow it, so don't tell them that I told you this, but people still do it, okay? Like, if you're scared money don't make money, so you just gotta try it. Either you're gonna do it, get caught, and just stop, or you're gonna do it, not get caught, and make a whole lot of money. It's your choice, but just know that scared money don't make money. So that's your choice. Now, finally, the last side hustle that I want to share, number 15, is you can offer design services. More specifically, web design, because web design is one of those things where you can make a bag, okay? You can literally score a bag. And so, as you already know, I own an agency. We offer web design, and we kind of strive to keep our prices very competitive. So although you may go and you may think that our prices are super expensive, which they're not. It starts off at $900. They're web designers who charge $3,000, $4,000, $6,000 to design your website. And it's completely understandable, because once I design your website, it's something that you can keep forever, and you can make that money back and then some on that website that I designed for you. So charging a couple thousand is not unrealistic. It's pretty much very doable. So you can definitely, if you are very skilled in web design or design in general, you can start offering your services. You can offer your services on Fiverr or somewhere like Upwork.com, or you can kind of build an Instagram and offer your services through that. Another way that you can also offer your services, you can partner with an agency and design for them, so that you can kind of get more experience, but also not have to worry about the management piece or the client interaction aspect. So if you're interested in working for an agency and you're a web designer, I'm currently looking for one, so this is your sign. If you want, go ahead and email us at support@thebrandhustler if you're a web designer, and definitely link your portfolio or some proof of what you've done in the past. So my designers get paid a percentage off of every order that they design, so that could be a lot depending on how much that person is paying for their website. And our websites currently start off at $900. They will be increasing in the near future. So if you're watching this and you need a website designed, just know that $900 is one of the best prices out there, okay? And if you need your website revamped, it's actually cheaper than that to get your website revamped. And that, again, is one of the best prices you're gonna see out there, especially for the level of work that you're going to get. So if you need your website revamped or designed, you need to click the link in my bio, visit my agency page, and book that design now before the prices actually increase, okay? Now, that is the list of the side hustles, okay? So I just gave you 15 different side hustles that you can start for little to no money, okay? And 2021 is the year of multiple income streams. I don't want to hear nobody complaining about being broke. I don't want to hear nobody complaining about, you know, not having enough time to build their money or whatever. The time is now, okay? Get you some side hustles, build up that money, stack that bread, invest into your actual dream, or turn that side hustle into a main business and achieve your goals, okay? 2020 was, you know, what it was, but 2021, we cannot drop the ball. I mean, I was still good in 2020. I still crushed a lot of my goals. I don't know about you, but nonetheless, 2021, we only going up, okay? So if you're watching this and you've made it all the way to the end, comment down below, we going up in 2021, to let me know that you actually made it to the end and that you are a true rider. You're a true hustle babe. All the other people who stopped watching, they not real. You're real, okay? So if you're not subscribed already, make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you aren't following me on Instagram, make sure that you follow me at The Brand Hustler. And if you want to, you can follow my personal Instagram at I am Chanel Q. Please don't DM me about business on my personal Instagram because I will not respond. But you can follow me and you can definitely engage with me about my lifestyle and all that stuff, okay? If you love this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody else that you know it can help, okay? And I will see you guys in another video. Bye, hustle babes.